I think maybe we're on the internet, but I've not clicked the correct thing. So, hi, hello, everyone.
I
How are you
got
doing
you.
this evening? Yeah, we're good. I think we clicked it at the same time. It was really kind of magical. Good evening, internet. My name is DM Needs More Dragons or Dragons for short. I am the lovely dungeon master for this group of fine folks here on the Golden Feathers of Tien Tang. We had a short episode 2 weeks ago. I do apologize for that, but tonight we're going to make up with some fun, lots of fun, and I don't really know what's going to happen because I missed the whole last 10 or 15 minutes of the game last week. Yay, DM. So let's jump right into it and get to our intros, and we will be off and running. Tonight we're going to start with, how about Prazira? I love the lipstick tonight.
Yeah, hi, I'm Jess. I didn't get to test my mic beforehand, so is this good?
Sounds great to me.
Okay, I'm Jess. I play Prazira, the half drow elf wildfire druid. Yeah, so just looking forward to seeing what Rhys gets into tonight, because I know there's going to be something.
I mean, he always gets into something. I. Speaking of Rig, hello Brady. How are you?
Hi, I'm Brave, Brady, Rig, sometimes
I mean,
Rex, sometimes all of them together. I am the kobold gremlin cleric of the group, and we will definitely get into some shenanigans.
absolutely. None other than Amador.
Hello. I'm Amador. I don't do much here. I play some games. I'm here and there. I am Rhys Inkfoot tonight. I'm our lovely rogue soul knife. And yeah, hopefully no one dies today.
Leader of the shit disturbers, as we are about to find out. Possibly.
Maker of the shitstorm, if you will.
Maker of the shit. I like that. All right. Well, welcome. Next on deck we have Damon.
Hey everyone, it's Damon. DMA Gamer 79 on most things. In this game, I am playing Tayo Doragon, your Wood Elf Light Domain Cleric. And let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens.
It's going to be interesting. I'm really interested to hear how Ty, no pun intended, ties into this tonight. Shoot me later. Knocked. Good evening.
Hey, I am Dakota Orishir. I am playing Noct in this game. I'm actually here, and my internet hasn't shit itself yet, so that's going great. Yeah.
Perfect. And certainly, last and definitely not least, Paul. Good evening.
Certainly last. Often.
Certainly.
Hi.
Last,
I'm Bull. Also Gramgarn. I play in a Mountain Dwarf Eldritch Knight, and I am looking forward to breaking some shit because I haven't gotten to break anything in a while.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys again for being here tonight. All of you out there in internet land, thank you for watching us, whether it is live or on the VODs. We do appreciate the views and the comments. So if you have one, leave us one. That would be great. Or if you're not following the channels, click and follow the channels and things. So I'm going to get right into it. So last time we got together, we started in the Flickering Candle archive. The crew was looking for some information on various topics. First one that we kind of dove into was Ty having a projection from his holy symbol onto a book that he was reading. It was just basic lore of Bahamut, but he found himself a lovely little kidnapping scene, apparently, where there was a lady standing in a field of some sort of bushes. She started to morph into something else as three large, smoky, shadowy entities latched on, crumpled her down into a small little golden ball, and then she disappeared with the three of them. And it just kind of poof. The book closed, and Ty was confused. and they didn't really find too much else out with that just yet. So that's kind of one thing that's on the table. Another thing was Grom got some back information on the War of the Ancients and how the universe kind of came into being, what that means a little bit, just kind of like scratching the surface with some of that kind of stuff. More importantly, why all the Tiger Stone in the world, or most of it, is here in Crossroads and all around you as they reconstructed the city after the war as kind of a monument to the one. The one. After that, we got to see Rhys, who was off on a little sidey quest, getting some information about his master that has gone missing. Don't know if he was kidnapped or exactly what's going on with that, but that's kind of the way that it feels. He met with another associate soul knife of his and received some information as to where he could find a certain set of armor that would undoubtedly change his path and abilities on into the future. More specifically, in his mind, to help regain his master to whatever station that he was, and he is no longer there. After that, kind of flashed over back to Rig and Prezira and Rhys coming back from that side quest. They had some interaction out front of the archive, where Rhys kind of spilled the beans on what it is that he kind of really sort of I need to do. And then they met up with the others a little while later and had a somewhat full rundown of what Rhys kind of wanted to do. And that's where we ended the game last time. So we're going to pick it up with that interaction, and I'm going to hand it over to Rhys Inkfoot to kind of go back over just a little bit what it is that you're proposing and take it from there.
All right, let's crack straight into it. So, Rhys, after conversing with Prezira and Riggs, he would have entered in the archive and immediately straight to Graham and Graham knocked anti, and kind of just like beat around the bush a little, not really knowing how they would feel about it, but he'd kind of approach him and would be like, hey guys. And
hi Rhys. Did you know that like there's a section under the law of the city that's marked incredibly illegal? Like there's not just illegal, there's incredibly illegal, and theft is under there. Did you know that?
That's the legal term that they use?
Incredibly illegal. It's a whole subsection.
That is weird.
Well,
theft falls under that. I can think of many worse things than that.
Murder's only under illegal, not under incredibly illegal.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Priorities are off here. Yes.
Interestingly enough, I have a proposition for you four. I need to retrieve a certain item, something of great value of me. And you see, speaking of theft, we may or may not have to commit it. I mean, it really depends on who you talk to and ask what theft really is. There's a lot of, legal loopholes and lingo and such.
Rhys, my friend, you said that it's an object of great value. Is this something that what is this? Was it yours? Was it your family? What's going on?
It was okay.
Because I mean, we're dealing with apparently a city that thinks murder is less bad than theft. So I more would like to know the circumstance that we're talking about here.
Absolutely.
It would okay. So it's great importance to me. It's because it means something to my people. It means something to me. Importantly, I don't mean to be selfish or you know other words that describe that, but it will help me achieve my goals. It'll help me get to where I need to be. It's another step in the direction to recover somebody that I lost.
This sounds like an amazing step forward for your mental.
Important question.
Important answer.
Based off of the city's bylaws and rules, if we kill the person in possession of it and then take it because he's dead and can no longer possess it, does that count as theft?
Yes.
I look
Yes.
away.
I would argue it even qualify under desecration.
I feel again
So,
just this is a circumstantial situation. Rhys, it sounds like it's something that's important to you and your family. The one question I have is, you said it's important to your goals. Can you give me a, if your goals are, as I feel you and I have gotten to know each other.
Sure.
I trust you, and
Yeah.
I consider each of you family. Unless this goal is something like take over the entire city, I would like to know if that's the kind of goal we're looking at.
Oh
But
no.
If this is just what you need
hell
for your
armies are
future,
bad?
and it's
That's
they're
a
not
no-no.
ideal, certainly. They're problematic at best.
Sure. Yeah.
Rhys, if this is important to you, this is important to your family. I understand that, and you've earned my respect, you've earned my trust.
Look, I'm one to have a hard time opening up. It's just kind of how I used to run with people, but I can trust you all. For the most part, it's so I can find my master, find the person who has created me to be the person that I am now, has shown me the arts of the soul knife and showed me the way and the teachings to become one. He is not only important to me emotionally, but he's important to me as a soul knife practitioner and many others. It's arguably up in the air, but it could also maybe disrupt future soul knives, and it affects a lot of people, to simply say.
So we have to steal a thing to find a person.
Yes. Sort of.
Find the person in possession of the thing so that we can find a person.
Yes.
Oh, so we don't have to steal anything. We just have to find the person in the possession of the thing.
Potentially steal or murder and then take.
We could do both.
Legally.
What do you mean legally?
Do I have to explain this again?
No.
If you're dead, you cannot possess anything.
You are factually incorrect as he opens up the book and points to the passage about what happens to your effects when you die.
It does say that. Penal Code 36.3 does say that right there.
Why did we encourage him to look at books on ethics again? That was a big mistake.
I think
mistake.
Noct did that on his own, actually.
Rhys, I think it is potentially where we're going, not in the same jurisdiction as where we've been researching. Again, I feel like we are getting into legal minutia that we don't necessarily need.
Well, it's
here.
across town. It's not.
We also don't
here.
currently have the means to afford an attorney, so I feel like let's not get bogged down.
To be qualified as an attorney here, all you have to do is pass their exam. I feel confident that I could pass the exam.
All right, great. Then we have an attorney. So I say we do it.
I second this. Yes. But
Okay, Noct, if you're going to be the attorney, are you going to stand by my logic here? Because this is my story and I'm sticking to it.
I'm gonna ask my clients not to speak. At the bench. That's what we're gonna do.
It's a good attorney. I knew there was something good about him.
So since I kind of got all of you, if not most of you, on board, I was thinking. Oh.
Is this of value? Did this originally belong to the person that it currently belongs to?
Oh, definitely not. Look, he seems kind of how people on the surface would say shady, diabolical.
Okay.
In the actions you're asking us to take, will what we could broadly agree on, innocent people, any families, in each will innocent lives be risked in taking the action that we are taking?
That was my next question.
Wait, can you repeat that question one more time?
Are we going to kill innocent people?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
you,
Guys,
Sarah.
you're terrible. That's the first thing you think about, is if other people are going to get hurt.
We're pretty far from the first thing, my friend. We're just doing a final verification.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to hurt anybody. Look,
No one innocent.
I'm not, the greatest person, but there's one thing I do know is I don't work sloppily. I take care of the people around me. I usually try to do a lot of my work in the cover of night, of course. And yeah, not a lot of people are out at night unless, they're out drinking or doing whatever they need to do. So I would prefer to keep it that way, just to kind of keep the numbers down, if you can catch my drift.
I understand. And as I recall, though, Ty, you are our timekeeper extraordinaire. I think it's daytime.
Yes. It is 3:45-ish.
Wow, you actually wrote that down.
No.
Oh, he knows the
Keen
time.
mind.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, he's keen mind. He literally knows.
He literally knows the time.
I will always know the time. But
Noct, did you happen to run across anything in the laws of the city about coming into possession of stolen objects?
If you can prove they're stolen, then it's illegal. But you have to prove that they're stolen.
Well,
right.
This is all under the assumption we're caught. So unless we're caught, I don't think we really don't need a lawyer.
Not being caught.
So
I have another question, if I may. You've clearly been doing a lot of research. Any chance you've happened to look upon the alchemical arts, specifically, maybe any ways we could fashion some potions, if this does get morbid for any of us, for healing?
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Healing is not as big an issue, potentially.
I know, but I feel like if I could have some potions, I would be more comfortable. I've carried a lot of people, and I've been running around with a lot of half-dead people, and that's just one so far, but I'd like to keep it at that. So if there was a way that I could possibly, on the source, enact some healing, that would be...
The method of creating healing potions is not a terribly complicated one, and it's not a terribly well-kept secret. If you have the tools to make it and the herbs to make it, you can. On average, it's going to cost you maybe 25 gold for a potion to make one, as well as the time to make it and the
to make one. What's the purchase price?
About 50 gold if you were to buy one.
Perfect.
Assuming you don't use a homebrew alchemy system.
Keep going. You're doing great.
You guys hear that voice? Where did it come from?
Also,
Did you open the
entirely.
other book, Ty? Why are we hearing things?
Also,
Oh.
it is perfectly legal for you to make and corner a market in healing potions. Perfectly legal.
Is that a monopoly?
But what's that?
I have no idea, but I felt like I needed to say it.
I feel like in other cities
Well-
I've heard of it's called something about not trusting, but I've not seen anything about that here, so I don't. We're getting a bit sidetracked. I don't think we have time to start a new business venture just this moment.
It's not dark out. We got plenty of time.
That is
That's
the
true.
question.
That is fair.
I do need to go past this exam at some point in case things go horribly wrong.
I just want to point out that I fucking love every bit of this.
While
I
Noct
would
goes to
assume-
take the bar, could I go buy a healing potion?
You may absolutely spend your afternoon doing those things.
Ty, should we
anything
find
else?
a local bookstore?
I
Oh boy.
would love that. But maybe
On my way out, take Rig with you.
if we're going to just do a quick like separation and then meet, I think we should first plan. So Rhys, what is the idea? What is the plan?
Oh, yeah.
Where are we going? I mean, where is a good like starting point? Because we have no idea. And
Where do we come from? Where do we go?
Where
Okay,
did you
Cotton
come
Eye.
from? Cotton Eye
Hey, Joe.
So, it is. You said 3:45 in the afternoon.
It's now 3:48, but I digress.
3:48. So until now, did we agree what season it was? Did I write that down? Hold on.
Okay,
8:30
8:30.
is-
It'll get the sun will set at 8:30. Well, at 8:20.
Okay. So I was thinking, I will stay since I have the ability to fly. I was thinking I would do a few circles, maybe scope out the outside of the place, get some vantage points, look at what I need to do, and see our best way of entry. If anything, we can always go for old-fashioned lockpick through the back door. Maybe even rock through a window. I don't think this person would be particularly smart enough to magically fixate his stuff, but that's an assumption.
Right.
Other than that, I think
For the sake of planning, should we lay out things that we are capable of in the space of
true.
being sneaky and
Uh,
definitely not committing any felonies?
Definitely not
Felonious
committing them.
crimes.
No crimes here. Law-abiding citizens.
I'm gonna ask DM. Is 5 hours enough time for me to source the materials and craft 2 healing potions, or should I just buy one?
No.
it takes
I got these little legs.
I think it's 6 hours of light work to create
All
one.
right. Well, I'll buy one.
I think.
Would anybody else like to buy one?
I think
How much money do I have? No.
I don't
Yeah.
think I can afford it.
I'm a wizard. What do I need that for?
Okay, well, I'm gonna buy one and be broke because hopefully, Rhys, my friend, I'm trusting by the end of this, we likely won't be broke.
Oh, we can completely not totally take things from him. I mean, we could probably
As long as it betters your future, friend, I'm here.
I think we could even kill him and sell his organs if we really
Well,
wanted to.
I mean,
Wow.
To
Wow.
science. To science.
The science, guys. Wow, you guys are
That
terrible.
It's
That
a
would
matter
way.
of science.
Riggs, would Rax find that wasteful?
Oh, that's a question.
That's a good question. I do not want to
Is that
get
a
hit
good
by that
question?
again.
Uh-oh.
Would
Um,
Rax find the selling of organs to be wasteful?
Yeah. Given the fact that, you enjoy slaughtering people and feeding him blood.
Rig thinks Rax says organs to gold is same as organ to blood. So same.
All right, definitely illegal.
What does it say that?
God
I
damn
don't
it! He
want to
picks
point
back
that
up the
out.
book. He opens it up to the back, and there's a whole thing about traffic, like human trafficking and the selling of organs.
And I will be against that.
See, this is
Rick
why
can
we
dig
ask
tunnel.
questions.
Are there like do people here have a whole moral code? Is that a thing?
Sometimes.
What's a moral?
I'm working on that myself.
Good workshop. There's so
Oh,
much.
Lord.
Anyway, in terms of like capability, I am somewhat quiet. I can somewhat talk to people. I can magically manipulate people. I can turn people invisible, and I can make distractions with images and all minor illusion thing. I can make this bigger.
Okay.
Also, I
and
can make us fly. That's another thing.
That's important. That's good. I'm extremely stealthy. I can lockpick and do the swords. Thievery is kind of my forte. What else do you guys bring to the table? Riggs, what do you bring to the table?
Is this the first time you all
Dig a
sat down and
tunnel.
actually discussed what you can do?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Uh,
we're only talking in terms of stealing shit.
I'm so proud of you.
And this is the 4th session.
No, this is the 6th session. But continue.
Oh.
Rig can dig tunnel. Rig has Rax. Rax can do anything. Rax says that it knows a few ghosts.
Why is that oddly important, but not important at the same time?
it feels comforting
A little bit, yeah.
in a odd way.
Rax like the Bernie stuff, and Rax
Mhm.
like the loud crack at night.
Okay.
Thunder or lightning.
Yeah, that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So he's not going inside.
How many people do you want to go inside? I can make 2 people invisible.
2 people invisible.
I'm fairly strong, notably strong. I mean, if we're talking specifics, I can push like 500 pounds.
That's pretty good.
So, there's that. And then the hammer, at which point Grom just kind of throws the hammer off into the far distance and waits for it to reappear.
Here,
And then I have
scream.
this.
Just to fucking scream in the distance.
We'll have
It was
screen.
probably outside of the jurisdiction.
Just random library. Just
Faye
Knock
comes
the
back
fuck
with a
out.
completely black and blue face.
Right. I also can. I mean, you all met Ball, so I do have the ability to, conjure familiar friends as needed. I like
Really teach
fire.
me that.
I like fire. So if fire is needed, I do like fire. So we can do that.
Rig also likes fire.
I can make fire. That's a thing.
That was more my imply. My hands do catch on fire.
Ah,
burn it?
I almost impulsively said I could do that and like did it, but we're not going to burn a spot for that.
Do you make like a big fire, like a big explosion of fire?
Rig make real big
cone.
fire.
Like a cone of fire.
So much fire. What could possibly go wrong?
Rig make the
Okay.
biggest fire you ever see.
We'll save
I
that
will
for
say-
later.
Rhys, one nice thing I do have the ability to do, the hammer does kind of allow me to do a fairly effective job of holding people in place. So that can be useful.
Do they know where the holding is coming from?
They are well aware of the
Ow.
situation.
Oh.
Yes, it's
So
Right.
not stealthy, but like, oh shit.
no. This is when I am already actively in combat with them.
Gotcha.
I'm not a
Chris,
very discreet. I'm small, but I'm not that discreet.
Prezira, what do you bring to the table? I don't like the way you're just smiling.
Oh God.
This is okay. What do you got?
Does childhood trauma count for anything?
Oh,
First and foremost.
I mean,
You know, they actually offer therapy here. It's like a whole legal process you can apply for therapy.
What does it take to become a therapist here? You can answer that later. I also can set things on fire. I haven't done it very much, so that could be fun. I can turn into fire. Again, not sure how smart that would be. And
Like your whole person?
yeah, I can kind of turn
Oh.
into fire. Yeah,
Interesting.
and a few other random creatures. Probably a rat, which is awkward.
We could have two.
And I can do some things with play. I'm actually kind of smart. I don't know if that's come across at all. Probably not. But yeah, I'm not very stealthy, so that's a problem.
not really. We can have, other jobs for you.
Look out!
Look out,
Look out!
inside and team outside.
distraction. You could start a fire.
Yeah, I'm on that. I can do that.
Wow.
Fire starter team, go!
So, half the party could start fires.
This building is not gonna make it. It's not. It's not gonna last.
Am I the only one that
I
can't
feel-
start a fire?
I think so.
I can
We
make
didn't
you
start
able to
the
start a
fire.
fire. We could definitely sort that out for you.
I could set you on fire, and then you could run around starting fires.
This is great to know.
Uh,
Last but not least, Ty.
um,
Can Ty
I
set
can
fire?
I can set things on fire. I can create fire. I can do the big fire thing if we need the big fire thing, as it has been so wonderfully described. I have the ability to command if necessary for brief periods. I can also hold people. And to kind of add to the flip of that, I can calm people down if we need to.
Calming is good.
Calming is good.
And it didn't work so good earlier today, but if need be, I can become a really good friend of someone's.
Do they know that you are?
Absolutely.
Okay, for the record, I can magically manipulate people, and they don't know, unless.
Well,
you know,
that's great
I
for
fail.
you.
Just throwing that out there.
That's a good skill for an attorney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
For an attorney.
You chose
Next-
wisely.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like-
I am very light focused and fire focused. So
I see
we
a running
need-
theme.
Rhys,
Yeah.
did you? Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. You said you're a soul knife.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
At this point, I'm just gonna walk like roughly 10 feet away from everybody and say, "Well, I can also do this," and then just cast Sword Burst, and a cloud of spectral swords starts spiraling around me. Like, so if you need a knife, I can
Oh.
make these.
And to kind of like in lieu with that, you could see Rhys kind of fan out like these purple looking blades, like the soul knife basically.
Mhm.
I could do that too.
They match. I love purple. Mine are green.
Oh, that's extra.
Complimentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Okay.
you have a good idea of what we can do,
Uh-huh.
in a sense. So what is the plan?
Okay. Yeah, plan.
Have you investigated the venue where the
Well, not yet. That was kind of what I was going to do right now, but we're chatting. But that's okay. I feel like this conversation should have probably happened a long time ago.
Oh, and I
We've
can
been a
heal,
little busy.
obviously.
Yeah, we were a little busy. So personally speaking, I don't think I think we should definitely have whoever can make the biggest fire, the distraction or
Biggest
lookout,
fire.
just in case we need to dip. Okay. Before I even go further, what's everyone going to wear? This
Nog
is
looks down at his robe.
this is kind of important. Heavy armor kind of inhibits the ability to hide and to move quietly. So that is something to consider. Obviously, if you're wearing much lighter armor, it's not something you have to worry about, but it is some food for thought.
I've just got my shield and breastplate. That should be fine.
Rig ruffles through his bag and pulls out a tube of lipstick.
It's Coral Blue 92.
You'll
Beautiful
see
shade
the
rig.
leather armor that
Uh.
Ty is wearing over some red and brown colored items, clothing.
You guys are wearing armor. That's wild.
You know what, Noct? You didn't need to say that. I need to protect my bones.
You can't do that with magic. Just
Okay, not all of us can make the big glimmery dome thing. That you
Yeah. Or like heal. Like I just found out I'm the only person in this party that could create fire magically. Or can't
That
make
can't.
fire. Can't. Emphasis on the can't.
we can solve that. This is
Again, the good news is that you're not lacking in fire
Oh, true.
at all.
There will be plenty of fire to go around.
I almost feel obligated, like we have to like invest it in incorporate it in the plan somehow.
Well, I mean, you
We
said
could-
big fire. You said you could turn into fire.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's a good distraction. I'm distracted by that. Certainly. Do you like? How does this work? Do you become like a human-shaped flame? What?
does it look like you set yourself on fire?
Oh, self-immolation is big.
Because that would be a good distraction.
That would be
Yeah.
a really good distraction. Oh my god, that's terrible. Does anybody have makeup we can?
But distracting.
It's been a while, but yes, for an hour, I can essentially become a nice big mass of fire for about an hour.
That is
about an hour.
fascinating.
Could we even forego the? This is just an off tangent thing. Could we even forego even breaking in and just, letting Noct be a lawyer and saying that Priz was caught fire in the workplace of where we're needing to go. Is that something we can? Is that under jurisdiction? Can we?
What?
I don't
No,
think
I
that
failed to
part-
see how that helps us.
I
It
think
was-
he's
I don't-
saying, could we essentially take possession of the building if Priz was potentially a patron and caught on fire by the building's
Yeah,
ownership or their neglect?
Yeah.
And certainly, I think that could be an option. But on the other hand, and then I throw my hammer again.
It was an off tangent thing. I just
Ow!
It was
God.
just I had to scratch that itch real quick. But yeah,
He still has
would
to
be-
pass the bar.
Yeah, legally speaking, it would be easier to steal the thing and then convince everybody we had it the whole time, assuming this individual doesn't have some written affirmation that it is their property,
That's
such
kind
as a domicile or place of being, which
true. So
However, if setting the establishment on fire is required, I think we're well equipped to handle that.
over equipped, if you will.
there is a large section titled arson in this book.
Is
that
that
does
under
exist.
seriously?
Oddly,
Crimes.
Oddly, it is. Murder, not, but arson, yes.
Now,
Okay.
what if the
Sounds like
arson
a
results in a
lie.
death?
Okay.
More charges. See, you don't just get like the one charge, right? That you can be charged on multiple counts.
Murder by arson.
So, it's and I don't want to be that guy and tell you where everyone needs to kind of fall in. So, who doesn't mind being a distraction?
I can do whatever. I'm good. Whatever.
I generally work better towards the front lines, personally. I can be a distraction if you need to, but
Well, when
I'm
you
generally
say
well equipped
towards
for combat.
when you say towards the front lines, are you expecting to go and like brain somebody? Because I
just
thought the
throw
goal.
hammer again.
I thought the goal was not to do that. I thought the goal was to get in.
The goal is
Get
always
out. Do the
not
thing
to
and
do
get
that,
out.
but sometimes it happens, my friend.
I think if you're looking to make a plan, okay, here we go. Ty saddles up and pulls out a piece of paper. If you want a distraction to get someone outside of the building, is that
Are
what
you
you're
home
saying?
aloning this right now?
Probably. We don't have an idea what the building looks like, so we're going to need that first. So Rhys, once you get an idea of what the building looks like, ins and outs, like entrances, exits, any particular like weak points, we would want to know that. From there, we would need to know. Once we know that, we can know what to do. If we want to distract to get people out, we would need to know where to put the distraction. And if it's something fire-based, and I'm just going to put this out there, and it would probably be a good idea. I'm thinking for Zira and Rick, a fire distraction that Rick can worship. Like that makes the most sense. Rick can be very distracting. He's a little cobalt thing that is cute, crazy, like whatever word you want to use there. From there, Noct, you said that you could turn essentially two people invisible,
Yes.
correct? Then that can be either Graham and myself or Graham and Rhys. I don't actually know. Graham and you, Noct, to get inside. Rhys, I don't think you need to be invisible to get inside, correct?
For the most part.
Okay. So that's a team of 3 that would go inside to procure the item. One thing I forgot to mention, which I thought I saved. I thought I did it. I do. Locate object
Oh
is a spell
yeah.
that I can cast. I forgot about that last week. So if need be, I can go, if you know what it is, I can be one of the people that goes invisible, cast locate object. I know exactly where it will be. And then that would be the best idea, because we need to get to the item and then we need to get out.
Okay.
Correct.
Couple of questions about the state of this. Is this an item that this individual keeps with them, or is it inside of the domicile?
Okay, so it's a set of armor. but okay, so kind of assuming how this person, how I actually know their name. I wrote it down. Mr. Bizzle.
Do I know that name? Was it in any of the legal documents or anything about the city?
He's unmuting.
Yes, he's a huge asshole, and he's very rich.
Okay.
Oh, is this like the
So,
the guy that I hate? You know.
so what is the likelihood that he would be wearing this piece of armor?
Unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Okay.
I do know he did buy it off an auction, so he's more likely to show it off rather than to stow it away.
So,
Okay.
second question: is there some event that we are using, or are we just going to this individual's house in the middle of the night?
Didn't you indicate that he was at a restaurant?
Yes, it is a restaurant called the Succulent Truffle. It's across town.
So, really, we just have to break into someone's house where they probably have whatever guards they may have, whoever else is the housekeeping staff, right? And deal with that. And that's all. There's no like party or event going on.
Right.
Right. Hopefully.
So I think the plan is sound. We at least need a view to determine where to get in and out. So that aerial view that you were talking about, Rhys, would be important at this point. Once we have that, we can find our way in. I will do locate object. Yes, I will go in if need be. And we can locate the object, the armor. You can get it, and then we all leave.
Yes.
Yes. But also, we're already stealing the armor. If I can get to the gold, I'll steal that too, but only if it's on the way.
Fair.
I feel like for the work that we're putting into this, I feel like at least you guys should be paid.
Okay.
Okay, and Nocta, I have a question. I'm going to need your legal expertise here. Should things go awry, my charisma is relatively high. I can be quite persuasive and manipulative. And what would the crime be if I had to set certain body parts on fire in an uncomfortable way, just simply to distract the individual?
Yours or other people's?
Not
How much
mine.
time do you feel like spending in a prison? You would be better off.
Just thinking
and
creatively here.
Noct looks over his shoulder to see if anybody is in earshot before he looks back at you, and he goes, "You would be better off making sure that all of them is incinerated rather than lighting body parts on fire." Just
I will throw this out there. My soul knives do not leave impressions of being cut, sliced, stabbed, etc.
Oh, mine do.
Mine do not. Mine will literally look like this person is unconscious or not moving, unresponsive. Make with that what you will be. You know,
That's a good feature.
Understood.
I have one more practical question, Rhys. What do you think the odds are of us needing to no longer be in Crossroads at the end of this experience?
Personally, I don't think I really need to stay here. Morally, we did what we needed to do. I did what personal takings of what I needed to handle was done. I'm sure our research has gone somewhere. Hopefully, did we at least notify somebody to start, ringing the bells about the shit that happened in the last town?
Oh, we did that back in the on the
year. That's right. That's right. I don't.
DM, did we got like a lot of tomes and stuff, and I know I have so many notes from the shipyard. I don't think we ever actually spoke through the tomes regarding the Platinum Dragon. Have we sourced any information whatsoever in the tomes about the Platinum Dragon that might give us some indication of where the fuck to go from here?
You got a book. One of the books told you where the other temples to Bahamut are on this
That would be
particular continent. And hold on a minute.
Thank you. While he's looking that up, does anybody? So, what I truly wanted to know is I was fascinated by the Tiger Stone, which I now understand, and understand more about the War with the Ancients. But also, just I know we wanted to know where to go next, right? So I think if we understand possibly where some other temples are that are not the capital,
Right.
that could be a good direction for us. But does anybody else have anything that they needed to do in Crossroads before we do this?
Rig heard incinerate, and Rig knows that word.
Also,
It's a good word.
worth throwing out. When you are accused and proven guilty in a city, right? So in a larger town like this one, they do send that information out to nearby societies, right? So if you do get caught, it best to cross a lot of rivers.
Understood.
Very much
Do our
so.
best
Not
to
that
leave
many
no
here.
trace.
The sewers, albeit stinky, are great hiding places. Just saying.
Understood.
All right,
DM, do
so
we get the some
your
other-
your four locations for the only temples to Bahamut on the continent of Tiantang are as follows: Key, so just outside of Silan,
Was that the capital?
correct.
Okay.
There is one in the Lotus Kingdom. And there is one inside of the Kingdom of Warriors.
That sounds fun.
Well, on the plus side, Notch, to your point, if they are going to notify, if we were to get caught doing anything, local jurisdiction, these two kingdoms are not a part of the local constabulary network, I imagine. So, as long as we want to go to one of these two places.
That does seem for the best. Though I can't say what other provinces hold true to the law.
That's a
practiced here.
problem for the future, my friend.
Also-
Ty,
Yeah.
Ty, are you amongst this conversation?
I don't think I've moved. No.
Okay, so everybody's like talking with each
Yeah,
other. though,
we're
right?
kind of huddled right now.
Okay. As you're sitting there, just kind of listening to this conversation, you would know with the keen mind feat that the Lotus Kingdom and the Warrior Kingdom are at least a month's travel to either one.
So, might I interject? And I will say what Dragon just said. The Lotus Kingdom, at least at least a month travel.
You would also know that to get to either one of those, you have to cross through the wilds to get there, and that is a vast, massive expanse of territory that is incredibly not kind to mortals.
That part.
How
The
do people travel here?
That's a great
Well, we
question.
tied some
Rick.
carts up.
I think it was raggedy ass horses. We traveled by raggedy ass horses.
yes,
Yes.
So
a cart and horses. Yes,
Mhm.
the norm is a cart and horses.
I would assume, but there may be other methods to travel. There are some roads, but where we're thinking of
Do you-
going might
you have-
be harder.
Do you have ships here?
That's a good question. DM.
DM,
I
think
wonder.
this conversation is still happening in the library. because we
It
have not
is.
moved. We are still standing in the library.
Correct.
We're sitting at a table.
Hey Ty, what time is it? How long have you been here?
Gra-
It was 3:48 not too long ago.
It is now 3:59 p.m.
Yeah,
Gramgren
I was
would
gonna
like
say.
to look at the research assistant who I can't find the name of right now, and just ask for a general map of the kingdom.
Her name's Faye.
Faye. Yes. Are we landlocked? AKA is the question. DM. Where? What are
So,
the aquatic routes near us?
I have an incredibly crude version of the map that I'll have to go dig up for you guys. I can't throw it
Hold
up
on.
in a second. But T and 10, so where you're at right now is not completely landlocked. There are 2 of the 3 cities in the kingdom are actually on the coast. Now, they're on opposite coasts, but they are on the coast.
Okay. Just to throw out there for everyone, I'm experienced in sailing.
Faye is, kind of standing there waiting for another order for a book of some. She leans over to Grom and she's like, you do know that there's more than one type of ship, right? You know that, right?
Of course. What all types of ships do you
Well,
generally?
There's the ones that go on the ocean, obviously, sailing ships. And then there are the arcane ships.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
The arcane ships that, they
I've seen those. but
sky.
Many years past in the mountains. So you have? Are they common here?
No, incredibly not. Very much not.
It's interesting you bring it. I mean, is there? Because
Let
I
me
think-
put it to you this way. Here in the kingdom, as far as my recollection goes, if the books are still correct, there are 3 airships
In the entire kingdom.
in the entire kingdom. 2 of which are kingdom sanctioned merchant vessels that trade between the kingdoms, and 1 being the royal.
So what we're getting at, I'm assuming from here, is that we will not be able to travel quickly over the wilds.
Not necessarily. Faye, could you get me? Do you happen to have a manifest for when merchant vessels are scheduled to stop here in Crossroads? Specifically those arcane ones.
We don't get airships here generally.
Okay.
They fly between the Emerald Coast and Ceylan, and they send everything by ground here.
Okay.
But there are merchant routes that go to ports or airships from
That is correct.
So, food
I'd
for
like to
thought.
go ahead and just collect a map of these merchant routes so that we have that in our possession.
Have one, they will furnish it to you.
I was gonna say, to be fair, I don't know if the library would have that, right? Like merchants might protect that.
Yeah, I think for
Well, there's
now,
a lot of legal documentation.
I think for now, the best thing would be, if we're going to do this, is to get it done and get out of town.
Well, if you don't
If we get
caught,
if we don't get caught,
Mhm.
that is the main goal.
so
But-
I vote, right? I'm gonna go take my exam. Some people need to go figure out the house, domicile, whatever you want to call it, and somebody else or some people, whatever you want to do, should maybe go have a conversation with merchants about ways to get to places so we have an easy exit.
I like this.
Prison Tie, I think you both are fairly effective communicators. If the two of you would be interested in speaking to merchants, Rhys, you, myself, and Rig and Rax could take a stroll towards the neighborhood.
Yeah, go take out the succulent truffle, maybe get a bite together.
Yeah.
I like it. Team on 3, 1, 2, 3,
Great.
team.
And we are going to break right there. All right. So first up, we are going to go to Team Merchant. We've got Ty and Prezira. Just some quick chatter with Faye and people in and around the archive. You quickly come up with an area of the city kind of to the south where the merchant, for lack of a better term, like where the markets are. And there's one specific 3-story building there. It's the only one in town, by the way, or one of the only ones in town. It's gilded. It's very beautiful. It's opulent. It's very merchant-esque, right? They flaunt that they have their money because, well, they control the trade. You spend 20-ish minutes walking there. There are there's a small square cut out of it where there are different carts set up selling different wares, and odd exotic fruits and nuts and things. And like this person over here is selling these funny colored like toucans that seem to like talk back. Yeah, it's kind of a very strange, eclectic collection of things. The door to the building is open, and there are 2 giant-ass barbarian-looking people standing at the doorway with like a 2-headed axe on either side.
Muted. So, really quickly, because I was trying to write notes down, what are we doing here?
We want to find out about the trade routes to get out.
Okay.
The best ways to get to a place.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Because if the traders get from place to place, then there should be a way for us to get from place to place without killing ourselves.
Sure. Okay. So we'll, I guess, Chris, I guess we're just sort of walking and seeing if we can get in to discuss things.
Is this better on the voice audio, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My equalizer thingy, my Bob got shut off, so I don't know what that was. My apologies. Sorry if that was hard to hear.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is it better now?
Yeah. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good. Why does it keep turning it down? Quit fucking turning it down. Leave it where I set it.
Is it auto adjusting possibly?
I really hope it's not auto adjusting. That's gonna piss me off.
That setting in the StreamYard things.
Yeah, but it shouldn't affect my third-party program, should it?
No, well, I would override it.
Oh, it is totally overriding it. That's gonna piss me. Hold on.
Yeah, just go into settings, audio, and then turn.
Sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties. One moment while I change this. Yeah, you can go blank yourself there, automatic mic adjuster. All right, test 1 2 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Good. All right. Hopefully that'll stay. Let me know if it changes. Anyways, all right. I'm sorry, Ty. Back to your question.
No problem. So yeah, I guess we'll just see if we can get in and go from there. So there's two like
Yeah, they're facing the door, like
Two big
standing there with their just like. They don't seem to be stopping anybody going in and out of the door.
Oh, sweet.
Standing there.
Okay.
yeah. So we'll just keep walking and just sort of make our way in and go from there.
All right, you step inside, and it is a very tall, arched opening to this doorway. It's probably 9 foot tall or so. Very tall, 9, 10, 12 foot, somewhere in there. And as you walk inside, it opens up into this like column-based hallway, right? So if you were to go inside like a cathedral or something like that, where they've got big columns in the ceiling, seem like they're endless. This is how it feels when you walk into this space.
Okay.
As you look down the hallway, it just goes for probably 75 to 100 feet or so into this building. Massive. And at the end, you see this like faint outline of a golden door.
Well, I don't think there's any other way to go but forward, so let's head this way. So we'll make our way towards.
And as you're progressing down through this corridor area, there are various like little desks and things with people working behind them, taking notes. You see a couple of them. They have like stacks of ledgers and things that they're going through and writing into other tomes. And like basically, it's an office, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get to the end of the doorway, or you get to the end of the hallway, and there's this again massive door. You look smaller from far away, but as you get closer, again, this door is probably at least 9 feet tall. And looking, you swear that it is made of solid gold.
Man, Riggs would love this.
Just shimmering like you could eat off of it.
Is there anyone kind of like protecting it or
Sitting at a tiny desk, kind of just off to the side of the door, is this little ass curly-haired goblin with little tiny spectacles pulled all the way down to the end of his nose. And he's just sitting there with this big inkwell. And it's not a huge book, but it's just sitting there kind of like on a raised dais off of his yeah, what can I do for you?
Go ahead, Chris. I saw your mouth move. I was like, like,
Yeah, Toots, what can I do for you?
Yes. Hello, kind sir. We were.
I don't know about kind sir, but all right.
Well, it's better than small paper pusher, I would hope. We were hoping to possibly communicate with some local traveling merchants just to gather information about safe routes
trade
and
routes. Yeah.
safe routes.
Right, you want to know the safe routes, eh? He just turns his head and looks down the hall of people that you just walked past. It's like, you walked all this way and you didn't ask anybody before you got to the big man's door here?
Well, we're new in town.
Right.
We don't know this area.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yes. Wow. So we're just, we didn't know, and that's why we're kind of looking, and we're just looking for a way to safely get out of town. We've been traveling for a while, and
Well, there's a gate on the east side and there's a gate on the south side. you're free to come and go as you please.
I mean, not out of the town specifically, but to get to other places, travel routes that are
What were
that
those other
merchants would take.
places? What were those other places with the temples?
Ceylon, Lotus Kingdom, Kingdom of Warriors, those types of locations ring a bell.
Right. So those are like, very different places, right? So
Right.
Ceylon and the Emerald Coast and stuff like that, you go right out the gate, right there. And just
And there's a
walk your
safe
happy ass right
road.
on down there. It might take you a couple weeks, but you could get there. Now,
Okay.
if you want to go to the Lotus Kingdom or the Kingdom of Warriors, friend, are you sure you're not from you know what it takes to get there, right?
Actually, no.
We
I
honestly, the reason we came to you is because, quite frankly, you appear to be the most capable and knowledgeable person that we happen to pass. So any information that you'd be willing to share, we would seriously appreciate it.
Roll a deception check, please.
I can't guide you because he's right there, but
Oh my god, proper guidance.
Man, I love chivalry in play. It's great.
you can add a D4. I know it's not much, but you can roll a D4 too to add to that.
I can roll a D4 as well.
Yes.
Because that was shit.
Of course, and as standard fare, I roll like shit to perceive that. It's only a 3.
Yeah, Prince is all for game.
What's the total?
What you get?
I got a 1.
Oh. No, she didn't roll a 1. She got a 1 on the D4, right?
Right. And then
and
a 3 on the deception.
3 total or 3 plus 1?
3 plus 1.
I guess it would be 3 plus 3 because I have plus 3 charisma.
Plus
the 1, so 7.
So
Do you have proficiency in deception?
I don't know.
Okay.
Investigation, yes, but no, I do perception. I do have
perception, deception.
Deception. You're trying to deceive him and mask why you're asking.
You only have a plus 3 to deception, so that would be
7.
3 plus 3 plus 1.
Plus 1,
7.
7.
Okay.
He ain't buying it.
We'll see.
Listen, we don't just hand out information and secrets to just anybody, all right? I don't know who you are. You really don't know who I am. And clearly, if you're standing in front of this door, you don't know where you are right now. You don't just come on up in here asking all kinds of secret private information.
Well,
You don't talk to nobody down the hall here.
No, we apologize. We don't. You're right. We are not from here. We don't fully understand the protocol, the ins and outs of the best way to go about these things. We're honestly, we've got a lot of places to travel to, a long way to go. We're just trying to be safe. And
that's
right. And I fully appreciate you trying to be safe and do all the right things. But we don't make the money that we make by just handing out our secrets. So I'm going to have to ask you and your friend here to just go on back down the hallway here, and I'll just pretend that none of this happened, and you can go on about your day.
That's very disappointing, but I do understand where you're coming from. Obviously, helping an outsider that could potentially harm what you do. And I understand. I do understand.
No personal disrespect here, but I got a job to do.
Yeah, I understand. Ty, he's probably right. We probably should just wing it and hope we don't get eaten by anything scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
it just happened. It just happened in Key. It's so terrible.
It's terrible. We've traveled such a long way. All we wanted to do was just.
It's okay, Prince. And I will see that she's trying to I feel like what she's doing, and I'm just like, it's okay. Then I'll kind of put my arms on you and try to coddle you and like calm you and be like, it's okay. We're just, I guess we'll just have to figure out another way to get
Just think about what
out of
happened
here.
to poor Mia. Poor
Yeah,
Mia along the way. That child that we were carrying with us.
she's probably dead
You
now.
know, if
It's
you go right
horrifying.
back down here, about 3 desks down, they got the box of tissues. You could just, dry your eyes on your way out. You'll be all
Wow.
right.
This guy's great.
How heartless could you be?
You're
Okay.
in a
He's
fucking
a merchant.
merchant's
He's a
hall.
capitalist.
They don't care.
He only cares about money.
And I'm broke.
Yeah. I mean, the bandits that caught us on the way here, so we have no money. We're just.
I
guess
guess
we'll just have to
the
fend
only
ourselves.
information.
Tell you what I'm going to do for you.
Okay.
All right. And he's going to take a piece of paper out of the back of his binder and he's going to scribble something on it and hand it to you, fold it up and hand it to you. Now, read that when you get outside. Maybe it'll help you out. I don't know. But, y'all got to have a nice day. If the big man comes out here and sees me squabbling with people, I might, it's going to be a bad thing. So take your paper.
So
Right.
Have a nice
I'm
day.
looking for any kind of really quickly. While we were talking, was there anything on the desk like indicating a name or something? Because I don't know who. Because is there a name of who this person is?
Of the person behind the door or this guy?
Person behind the door.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, and
There
I'm
are
not
no
asking.
nameplates.
Is there a name for him? This guy, little guy.
He has a little gold name tag. Do you want to try to read it?
Sure.
As you're
Sure.
being quietly or loudly now ushered out.
Yeah. I'll read it. I'll check. Is that perception? Perception?
Yeah.
Okay. $18.
You catch the name and it's Zizo. Z-I-Z-O.
We'll remember this. Thank you so much, Sizo.
You know what? Y'alls have a great day. There's the door. Hey, Frank, show these people the way out, would you please?
Thank you, Zazo. We really do appreciate your
Yeah,
guidance.
don't mention it. He's turned around and walking away now.
Goodbye, Sizo. This may be the last time you see us.
What an
On the hall he
asshole.
goes.
We leave. We're going to leave.
Yeah.
We'll step out, and then I'll open up the note.
Do we have any idea of what kind of character Frank might? Would it be
is
worth our
one of
time
the-
speaking with Frank?
Tall barbarian guy with giant ass axe.
Oh, hey Frank, what's up? Yeah,
He just grunt.
nice building you got here. Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
All right. We head out.
Yep.
I will look at this piece of paper.
Scribbled
does it
on it
say?
is directions to a local charity.
I love this dude.
What an asshole! Oh,
This
Lord.
guy's great.
Mm.
One of my favorites. So glad you
I'm
went
not
there.
going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Girl, don't
Remember-
do it.
Arson
do you-
is very illegal.
Right.
I didn't say a word.
Well, that was a bust. I will say, let's head back to the others or head back to the room. Or
Would there might be any local merchants just happen to be like walking around that would be a little
There
bit
are all kind of
friendlier?
entrepreneurs and marketeers out here doing their thing.
Ty, do you think it would be worth our time to try to speak with some of these the hopefully friendlier individuals? Maybe you
I
do
don't
the
know.
talking?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I am not very charismatic either.
No, I'm charismatic. I just roll for shit.
as you guys walk out into the square, squabbling a little bit back and forth on what next to do. We're going to go ahead and skip on over to team lunchtime or early dinner, whichever one you want to call it, head over to the restaurant to scope it out. That was who?
I believe everybody else
Except me.
except for Knock. He's gonna go do his bar test.
So
It's called ale.
you guys spend about 15 or 20 minutes going to the west side of town. You come into another kind of this particular part of town is not extremely run down in any way. It's very what I want to look here. The nobility side of town, right? So the homes are incredibly nice. The streets are swept clean here. There's no beggars or anything about. Um,
Opulence.
it's really nice on this side of town. Yeah.
Okay.
And when you come into this square, you see a building that kind of faces the square as you're looking at it, behind a large fountain of a humanoid man standing there with his arms on his waist, just triumphantly with his chin up, and the water is just spewing into his mouth to the fountain. Behind that, you see a two-story structure that has a wraparound porch attached to it, and you can see tables underneath this wraparound porch. And you can see people coming and going, and you can hear what sounds like the clattering of plates and jovial laughter and the clanking of glasses and just all of this matter of stuff. What would you like to do? And you're still kind of fairly far away at this point.
Okay. Which one of you two are Wait. Rather, are you guys hungry?
I can always eat.
We're always hungry.
Okay. I don't know what
I have no
15
money.
gold. I have money. Here's 15 gold, and I'm gonna put it in Graham's hand. If you can kind of like take a look, see what you see on the inside, I'm gonna kind of scout around and see our exits and entrances.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm gonna, I guess, go up. Is this a bar situation? What do I see inside?
All right. So as you walk up and around the fountain, Grom, there is a double door up like 2 or 3 steps to a double door or onto the porch. There is a small like maitre d' stand or like a hostess type deal right there where they are greeting people as they come off the street. You would surmise that this is where the reservations and or how you would get a seat here at the restaurant. As you're looking at the restaurant, Graham, you look above the porch, right? And you see 2 big, beautiful windows. And there's a light shining up on something in this window, and there's another one shining on something else in the other window. But the angle that you're at and the sun kind of going down, you can't quite see what the hell's in the window, but there's something being displayed above the entrance of this restaurant in the building.
Is there like a second floor of tables, or is there any way to get closer to it, essentially?
Just all you see is the porch right now. It's people. There's no bi-level to it, at least from the exterior that you can see. For the restaurant.
I would like to stand by. Am I already speaking with somebody, or has anybody acknowledged me that works here?
If you have moved up to it, then someone would greet you. Yes.
Would I have noticed that before?
You would see it as you were walking up to it, like as you were getting ready to cross underneath the porch roof. You just happened to glance up, and you're like, "What the hell is that?" As the person who's at the oh, hello there.
Okay.
Can I get you a seat?
Yes, please.
How many in your party tonight?
Just the two of us.
Right, just two. Okay, perfect. Yeah, yes, you. Okay. Hands them two pieces of parchment, and they take you up onto the porch, turn right, go to the corner of the building, and then about halfway down the backside where the wraparound porch stops, and you're the last table at the back of the wraparound porch.
Right.
On the side of the building, on the north side of the building.
Whenever they step away, Grom's gonna. I've got Rig with me, right?
Yep.
Just gonna look and say, Rig, I think you have some shiny. We may need some shiny. I think we're going to need to take a bit longer here than a quick lunch. I'm going to need. I think I'm going to need a familiar friend, but that's going to take a minute. Unfortunately, I can't appear at the table.
Good luck.
So, I'm going to begin the process of casting Find Familiar, but I need an hour for that.
Ray will order a drink.
Please, thank you. I mean, if it's not done before we're gone from here, then I'll still have a familiar whenever we're gone, and I can take advantage of that. But I'd like to spend the next hour very slowly having a single drink, since I've got no money, just about, and conjuring a bat.
Didn't Rhys give you 15 gold?
Yes, you did, but I need 10 gold to conjure my bat.
If you needed extra, why didn't you say anything?
I would need a bat!
Oh, that is a DM win right there. Thank you guys for joining us. We are ending right now.
Oh my god!
Fucking.
I mean, if I'm playing it correctly, I need 10 gold pence worth of herbs and shit, or gold pieces.
Yeah, it's fair.
Rig has some shiny, so hopefully I can get Rig to use some of his shiny, but I'm just gonna nurse one drink and ask so many questions about the menu. But like one at a time. So every time they'll come over, I'd like to be like,
yes,
the goose. Oh yes, good evening.
Goose.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
My name's
I'm great. You know, Grom, that's perfect. My name is Phyllis. How are you?
Phyllis? That's a lovely name.
Oh, thank you
Is
so
bread
much.
free?
Is that a family name?
I'm sorry.
I have a concept.
And he just starts staring at the kobold who's holding a giant fucking axe. Like, I'm terribly sorry. Bread, yes, bread is complimentary.
Oh, great. Could we get some bread for the table? I think I'm going to have a few questions, but if we could start with bread, and I don't generally partake, so I would just love
Mead.
Some mead would be nice. Maybe a water.
I certainly can procure that for you. I shall return.
The finest mead.
Maybe not the finest. We'll go for the house.
No.
We only serve the finest here at the Succulent Truffles, so
that'll be perfect. Again, I'll have
sure.
more questions when you come back. I like to take my time, and really get to know the menu.
Okay. All right. Well, if you need anything, I will be right back.
I'm sure I'm a slow reader, so that's going to take just a minute.
He sets a little incredibly shiny silver ringing bell on the table next to Rig and then walks away.
What's this do?
Just ring this if you need me. And he walks away.
Give me just a few minutes, Rig, and we can ring. We're gonna ring this bell a lot. I promise you, friend. We are going to ring this bell. I'm going to have so many questions for this person. Just have some time to kill. See, the problem is I also can't like step outside to get Rhys. I need Rig here.
Right.
I'm just gonna keep stalling essentially for as long as I can. Quite literally, every single time this poor person comes back over, I'm going to be nursing like one more sip of beer and be like, "So the goose, is that local or do you import?"
You know, it's sourced locally, ethically raised, by our barber named Jeff.
Do you find that when they're ethically raised, sometimes the meat comes out a bit smaller? Have you noticed that in your
we only
experience, or-
serve the largest meats here, so I'm not
very
real
nice.
sure where you found that.
Dave,
particular-
is
No,
he
Phyllis?
Well, no, yes, but you mentioned your butcher, Dave. Now, is he a resident here?
It's Jeff, and
Jeff.
no, outside of
Could
town.
you just grab
if you-
him for me? I
You
have a few
know,
questions.
I don't.
Oh my god,
think-
I hate this so much.
Wait,
You have no idea.
Rax has allergies.
Are you allergic to goose?
Certain types of
All right.
goose. Is this which continent would this goose? I don't know, man. I'm trying. I'm gonna roll something. I'm gonna keep just.
This guy's gonna stab you.
That's fine. I'll throw a hammer at him.
You can see the
I just
vein.
need 1 hour.
You can
It's
see the
4
vein in the
p.m.
middle of his head just start.
It's 4
to
p.m.
stand
There's no
out.
way
The
this place is
longer he
busy.
stands there, and at about 4:15, after Riggs has rang the bell about 6 times, he stops answering the bell and
That's
does
fine.
not come back to your table.
That's fine.
good.
It's 4 p.m. The place isn't busy. There's not going to be dinner rushed yet, right? So I can just camp out here.
Happy hour.
What does
Right.
what does you casting Find Familiar look like?
I'm basically just sitting and muttering into like a small incense bowl from my backpack. Occasionally.
Occasionally taking a sip, you know.
Yeah, just taking
Someone's
a sip
gonna
and, like,
walk by.
muttering over an incense bowl with a burning brass brazier.
Someone's gonna walk by and be like, "Why does it smell like frankincense all of a sudden?"
So I find that in order to best enjoy my meals, you really have to set the atmosphere, right? And I like to control the atmosphere. So this is just a way for me cleansing my palate, cleansing the palate of the experience, cleansing the palate of the venue. It's an ancestral thing, you know. On the mountain, do you know many mountain dwarfs? And then I just go into a long diatribe of my 50-year history. While occasionally muttering over my brazier.
Your
Do I
hour
get an
goes
hour?
by.
Do you want me to roll
Your hour
something?
goes. No, I have loved fucking with you so much. Your hour goes by and you finally cast familiar. Which familiar are you using and what are you doing with it?
A bat, and I am sending him up to the shiny shit that I saw.
Just real fucking quick. In this high-end establishment, your plan was to make a bat.
Yeah, what the fuck are they gonna do? Chase it around with a broom? Have you ever tried to get a bat out of a house?
I haven't.
It's not easy. Like, at best, it gives me enough distraction to get out of the place after I've seen what's happening.
Why are we
I-
making a bet?
I have
Because
so much
I
hope.
need to see whatever was shiny. Rig, you like shiny, and I want to know what shiny there was.
I can tell you that I'm flying.
I don't know that. You're outside.
That's true.
There's stained glass windows. You can't see on the other side of the stained glass windows.
What is Rhys thinking an hour into this? Like it's been a fucking hour.
You watch it. Rhys, is you're doing your recon circles, and you're like, where the fuck are these guys? All of a sudden, you just see this bat dart out from underneath the porch, and you're like, well, that's kind of weird. It's not quite time for that. And it just starts circling the building, now with you in unison.
I almost feel the need to stop what I'm doing to go in.
If he verbally said that, then I'm just gonna have the bat kind of like flap its wings, like
The
no.
wave, like no,
No.
wave it
Hi.
off, wave it off. What the fuck?
No, but primarily I just want to send this bat. Like, this is a brief thing I need the bat to do. I just need the bat to get closer to stained glass window and whatever the hell was on display so that I can see what was there.
So between the two of you making multiple passes around the building in this fucking forever time that you've been here,
it was inside
Rhys,
the stained glass, so I figured Rhys wouldn't be able to see it, and I needed to get a view from inside.
Oh my god.
now that the light has finally gone down enough to where it's not glaring off
don't even need
of
the
the window, Rhys, that's your target. It's right there on display in the window.
On the second floor.
God, and on the second floor in front of God and everybody.
Oh my god. Okay. I then at that point I would actually land and try to enter into the restaurant to see what my friends have been doing for almost an hour.
Case in point, just before you dip away, the window next to it,
Uh-huh.
there is a gold and platinum colored saber on another pedestal with some sort of green opulent jewel in the head of the hilt.
Yep, that's a 10-finger discount if I've ever seen one.
You dip inside. Do you stop at the hostess stand?
Oh yeah, I have manners. I'm gonna stop and kind of patiently wait.
Oh, hi. Can I get you a table?
Oh yeah, I was actually going to meet up with some friends. I think that's them right over there.
You wouldn't be able to see them from the hostess stand, so why don't you go ahead and describe them to the host?
Okay. Rhys is gonna say, there was a how can I say this so that's easy for you to understand? Not not saying that these people are very uncommon. There was a small lizard with an enormous axe.
You just see his face immediately sour. It's like, yes, they're around that way. Go ahead. Try to keep it down, though.
Keep it. What do you mean, keep it down?
You hear the ring of
Just-
a fucking bell.
Yeah. Clang, 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 clang. You watch as this, like,
It looks like I'm
puffing and
hotboxing
puffing.
the table because I've just got so many herbs burning.
this. You see this wait staff come out of the door just huffing and puffing, just with this like super pissed off face. They get right to the edge where they're going to turn the corner to them, and they like stop and fix their apron, and they and then they put a smile on their face and walk around the corner.
Hi, Graham.
Oh, will you be dining with them this evening?
Yes, please.
Lovely.
Love.
Yeah, I don't know your name, lizard dude, man, thing. Your
Rick wants
Moby
beef
steak.
steak.
Your Moby steak will be done soon. I apologize for the wait. The kitchen's
Ah.
packed up. It'll be out in a moment.
Rhys, we're gonna, I think, possibly need some more money. But on the plus side, found the armor.
Oh, you will need more money. Trust me.
I kind of sit down and lean into him. I got like 23 more gold, man. It can't be more than that. It really can't.
Why is our whole party broke? Dear God.
Hey, Rig, you
Mhm.
you hear Rex in the back of your mind. She's like, "Oh well, that could be a problem."
What?
Oh
He
no.
says out loud that he doesn't have a lot of money, but you know that you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely. But now you're going to have to give up shinies for food.
Yeah, that will be a problem. We'll get to that
Rig.
when we get to.
Sounds great. All
I
right,
would
so
encourage you to consider how shiny the armor in that window is.
There's also, and I lean a little bit closer to them and trying to make this as quiet as possible. And there's a sword.
And I'll bet while we're getting those, Rig, the kitchen probably won't have many people in it.
Ooh. Rig loves Tritos.
All the Tritos you want.
Every Trito you could ever imagine.
My concern is Chinese and snacks. That's all I've got.
Simple
My whole
kobold.
identity.
I think we can make a deal.
I think we've got our man. All right. So you guys finish up your conversation there. Is there anything else you want to accomplish while you are here at the restaurant?
What time does the restaurant close?
Restaurant closes promptly at 10 p.m.
Okay. I am. I'm basically gonna park. So the bat has
Yes.
blind vision.
That'll be let's see. You had Graham, what did you have? You had a
Just
drink,
the-
right?
Yeah, just the mead.
Right.
Water.
2 gold for the drink. The Moby steak was 22 gold.
Holy fuck.
Carry the 20.
That's a whole castle. You could buy a castle with 20 gold.
Let's
Buy
see.
like 3 houses.
Carry the
Rig
one.
has like 80, like
Yeah.
this many more Chinese to that.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
So your bill is 25 gold.
Cool.
Fuck.
If we can settle that, let's just settle that. I'm going to
Look.
park the bat in
I
the
have shiny.
Eve. Thank you so much, Rig.
He plucks
you
the
for taking me
shinies
to
out of
lunch.
your hand.
No, my shinies. I
Yes,
thought I
thank
had
you.
to have them.
No,
I had
Rig.
enough shinies.
Rig,
Thank
it's
you, Rig.
okay. It's okay.
We'll get you
Rig.
more shinies.
We'll
We'll
get
get you
that
better
from-
shinies.
Here, you want a Rhys shiny? I can give you one, and then I can give you one later. More later. Here you go.
I give him 3 gold pieces.
I give him 1 gold.
That is what I have left.
Recompense.
I'm gonna park the bat up in like the Eve towards those armors because I've got blind vision there.
okay.
Why are you rolling dice?
I don't like that.
They were big dice too. They were really big.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
No reason at all. All right, you're back. Your bet is parked.
Cool.
Now what?
Leave.
So
Before we kind of move on from that, did I see any other entrances other than the entrance itself and maybe like a back door for the kitchen?
there are a few windows on each side on the second story, but other than that, there's 2 doors, one in the front, one in the back.
Damn. Okay.
Was the beefsteak delicious though?
The beefsteak was to Riggs' standard, very delicious.
But if I had eaten it, I would have been demanding to not pay the full price.
You would surmise
As if I hadn't already been going full Karen on this place for an hour.
Right?
the fact that you didn't leave here in shackles or something leads you to believe that
Dude.
that gold was probably more of a taxation on your time than it was
Fair.
on food.
Honestly, fair.
I was kind of hoping that you were gonna cuff him and bring him down as I'm like walking out.
Out of the bar. Like, oh, my attorney's here.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you want to handle here right at this moment? All right, we're going to flash over to Noct. Noct, you make your way to the east side of town,
Yeah,
over
walking.
to the clerk's office, where they procure and provide all of the testing and certifications for whatever you want to do here in town. You walk up to the door, go on inside. There is a young lady sitting behind the desk. She asks you, "Yes, what are you here for, sir?"
Good day, magistrate.
Yeah, hello.
I'm looking to become qualified in the law of this country.
Oh, okay. So, one lawyer's exam. Yeah, that will be. Hold on one moment. Let me check the ledger here. Oh, yeah. That'll be 1 gold for the test.
He reaches in and pulls out a gold and sets it on the table.
Thank you so much for your transaction fee. She sets that down on her little desk and she pulls out a. You hear this like rushing of paper as she like pulls that. If you've ever, God, I don't know how I'm going to date myself here. If you have ever in your life been at school or butchered an animal of any kind and had to like package it up and put it away, you know how they have that butcher's paper where you like pull it off the roll and cut it? Okay, think of parchment in that same manner. And she just and cuts it off and she hands it to you and it is completely blank. If you'll just take that, and she hands you a little inkwell with a little quill, take that into the room right over here, and you can begin your exam.
Cool. I'm gonna go into the room with a big ass parchment and an inkwell into the room, and
All right, you sit down in a shitty lit, like this is not your office. Matter of fact, as you're sitting there, you sit down, you lay the paper over the desk, you set your inkwell down and your quill, and you think to yourself for just a brief moment of just how beneath you this particular desk is. Like, God, I wish I was back in my own office. Like, and then you just kind of like snap out of that headspace. And in front of you is an entire test on this parchment that just it's there now. So do a little skills challenge.
hell yeah.
I would like you to roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier, if you would please, for your first check.
I got you. So for the first check, it's going to be a dirty 20.
Okay, you pass the first one as you get through the general, basic, everyday rules within town. It basically asks you, if you were defending someone against making the wrong kind of bread on a Sunday, what would you do to get them off on these charges, or what would be the qualifications for them to have those charges dismissed? Things of that nature.
Gotcha.
For the next
that's
one,
an easy one.
Yeah, for the next one, I would like you to roll a d20 for me real quick.
Am I adding anything to this?
You're going to roll a d6.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a chronal shift on that.
All right.
I don't like that. I don't like that 2 on the dice.
Roll again.
Oh, that's much better. So it's a 17.
Okay,
And then you said a d6.
D6.
6.
Minus 6.
So 11.
plus your modifier.
So 16.
The next part of the test goes more into criminal law. What happens when someone assaults someone? What happens when somebody tries to murder somebody? What happens when they actually succeed? Those kinds of things. And because you are not from here and you only spent a certain amount of time in the library, yes, you got to take in the whole book, but this test goes even beyond the book. And you have to fight a little bit with your mental prowess and your deductive reasoning skills as a wizard to find the right answers and push past this part of the test, barely skipping by. All right, so let's go with the third skill check, the hardest part of the test. The laws of the royal decrees within the kingdom itself, not just here in Crossroads, but there are royal decrees that think of it as the federal laws on top of the state and local laws. This was not in the book. Roll a d20.
Oh, fuck. I got a nat 20.
Oh,
Sorry.
roll a d8 this time.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself again.
I got a 3.
Okay. And then add your proficient or add your modifier to that.
So I'm subtracting the 3 again.
Correct.
So 22.
Bonus for signing your name with good penmanship.
It really is. All right. So the gods love you today. As you get to the last part of the test, you know for a fact that none of this was covered in the book. But the way that the person who wrote the test wrote it, it followed very much along with the first and second part of the test. So because that you have successfully been able to deduce the first two parts, deciphering what it is that the question is looking for, the way the test is written, you feel like you've come up with the best answers that you could possibly come up with in this particular moment. And the magistrate takes your paper. And she sits down and she opens a tome next to her and she starts going between the two. Now, roll me a D100.
Oh, fuck. 61.
Okay. On this particular test, in order to represent someone effectively, you must know more than half of the material that's required on this test at random. You scored the 61st percentile, which is 11 points higher than you needed to score overall for the test.
Oh my god.
You are now officially a lawyer within the city of Crossroads. And she, you may not have made the top grade, but the person who finishes last in doctor school is still doctor. Here you go.
I'm gonna take the thing. And you wouldn't happen to have resources on kingdom law, would you?
And she looks under her desk and she pulls out a little pamphlet and goes, here you go, bud.
Thanks. Take that. I'm gonna walk out, head held high, passed an exam. I just learned about this shit today. Fuck y'all.
All right. So you guys.
That was brilliant.
I love it.
I don't know how I feel about it, but that was brilliant.
You know, I always heard that passing the bar was hard, but
Takes a day, you know?
a 61, man, I don't know.
So
Well done.
that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys meet back up at your designated meeting place. It is long about 9 p.m. at at this point. By the time you all make it back to your meeting point.
Looking down my nose at you all now.
Oh God.
Is that a
Oh,
new
boy.
thing?
I was about to say, weren't you already?
Yeah.
No, I've never done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, knocked.
Oh, knocked.
You
So
silly-
what have we learned?
There's some
Found the armor.
windows, an entrance, and a back entrance. That's all we got for ins and outs.
Wonderful. We were unsuccessful in
There-
finding.
There's a
And-
gate that way and a gate that way, and we can get the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Got a beefsteak.
Rig got a steak.
Ray got a steak.
So
Lovely.
we've had a productive day.
I have a bat now.
For some
Ah.
reason, there, I sat Rig and Graham down to eat, and Rig got a steak, but Graham got a bat.
I
Only had one drink.
How long were you there?
about an hour, at least.
The server was really upset. I still kind of don't understand why.
So
I
you
just
see,
needed
as you say that you got a drink and you were there for an hour, Nock pulls out that same notebook and starts writing in the notebook.
There you go with that
Don't say
notebook.
anything. I'm just gonna leave it at
Anywho, so with that being said,
Oh, I am certified.
what are,
As a note.
oh, congratulations. I fear for Ty internally fears for this town that someone who literally had maybe a few hours to read some books is now an attorney at law. He feels conflicted.
He really only did it to help keep our asses out of trouble. So we're good. It's good.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all good.
It was a difficult
that-
test if it makes you feel any better.
I'm sure it was. Congratulations. With that being said, what is the plan here? I'm assuming you've informed us that the armor is on display.
Yes, on the second floor, and then there's also a ornate sword next to it. Rhys would say something along the lines of, we can also retrieve the sword. And again, on our way out, I'm pretty sure there's an easy way to get the money, and we can get some coin too, if we're lucky.
Okay, so
The person that we're stealing from is well off, right?
Extremely well off. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
Rhys, what are the chances that this armor is a family heirloom of yours?
That's a good question. But chances are it might be. It's more of a cultural significance than a familial one.
Definitely
Okay.
a family heirloom, then, right?
Sure.
I think Noct is trying to justify.
Oh,
our
yeah,
actions.
yes. It is in
Well,
fact a family heirloom.
I'm actually considering we can sue.
Oh.
I'm done. No more D&D today.
We're now playing Law and Order Crosswords edition. That's
So my thought process
Honestly,
is
We Can Sue really fits the vibe of my being such an asshole at that table
That's-
for an hour.
that's where I was at. So
All I would need is to have been leaving. We're my dad's an attorney.
the thought process, right? We could steal the armor, file a lawsuit, and then now that his property is no longer there and he is in charge of having lost it, he'll have
Oh
to pay
my-
out reparations.
no.
Yes. I mean, yes.
I
No.
don't see any downsides.
Yeah,
that
I
would,
don't.
That would be
either.
more. That would be more shinies.
That would be more. It would be
Mhm.
really entertaining to see
Lots more
whatnot.
shinies.
shinies, Noct being a lawyer. He passed his test. I mean, that has to count for something.
Noct, how much
think
could
it's
you get us?
How much is the
I don't
armor?
think he know. I don't. He wouldn't know.
Is
It's pretty expensive, I would assume, considering it's on display.
irreplaceable? Is a good word.
It's your family heirloom. Give me a quote.
Let's get in the ballpark of $1 million gold.
Okay.
Oh.
That's also including emotional damages. I was lost.
Okay, I'm gonna be so honest with everybody here. The kingdom does not give a fuck about emotional damages. Gonna be honest.
So
Very
let's
That
say
makes-
the
that's on
ballpark
card.
of like 25,000.
That sounds more reasonable, ish. But with that being said, if we're
25,000 for high quality armor seems reasonable.
if we're going to do this, are we doing this tonight?
Yes.
We've had a productive day. Let's just
Okay.
keep going.
So we're doing this tonight.
Yes, they close at 10.
But-
We're not going to file the lawsuit tonight. I'm sure.
We definitely are. We're totally gonna serve this guy tonight.
But
And-
that's too that's Noct, you're looking at you got to look at it this way. If the armor goes missing tonight and then we file a lawsuit, that's too inconspicuous.
But if we file it after, we have far less of a chance in court.
True. I mean, I'm game with the suing part. This sounds really fun.
I am not.
Also,
I think as
serving
long as we
someone.
get the armor well out of the area,
Can we
Serving
serve
it,
them?
they would have to prove that we stole it to begin with. So as long as we aren't caught, it would be fine. But
let's just worry about getting the armor first, and then
serving this individual would also serve as a distraction. He'd be gone at the courthouse.
at night.
At night?
I assume when somebody shows up to serve you a $5,000 or 5,000 gold lawsuit, you probably get up and go.
Or
But
he would either go to his attorney's office at the courthouse. That's sure.
That's true. But
How many attorneys are in this town? Did I get a vibe for that while I was there? How much competition do I really
You
have?
didn't look it up? I'm shocked.
Roll a d20.
I got a 2.
Not many.
Which is really
So I
weird.
think I feel like we are.
I feel like we still need to get the armor.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the first goal here.
Let's do
Let's
that
focus on
first.
that.
I feel like we're going into a very weird direction, and I would like to rein it back in. I agreed to theft. I did not agree to money laundering or whatever.
Okay.
not
to be-
money
to
laundering,
be clear,
extortion.
you agreed to that,
Extortion.
but you have a problem with
This
going
is
to the court to do
No.
it legally.
Oh, hold on. To everyone involved here, this is entirely legal.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think the
exactly.
reparations are fair. If this was taken from Rhys's ancestral lineage and from his family, biological or chosen, then reparations are due. I think it's fair. I just think we're getting ahead of ourselves, and we need to get the
Can
armor.
I ask the official honest question here?
Okay.
Rhys, can you prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was your family heirloom? If you cannot do that, then the case is mute.
I confidently can probably prove that.
Good enough for me.
That's not good enough for me.
Time for the-
Well, not as the attorney. friend.
Only one of us is certified here.
That's true. His
Most
word
of us
over
are
yours.
certifiable
Ty.
here, but you are an attorney.
Noct, what was your score on the exam?
I passed.
Irrelevant.
He's right. He passed.
Relevant. I passed.
Nobody asks for
That
your
is the most
transcript
honest
after
thing
high
I've-
school. If you passed, you passed.
I still can't believe that at some point, Ty, going through the court system and all these legalities, I feel like that would have been more up your alley. Then
Can
theft.
we just get the armor?
Oh
first?
yeah. I'm sorry.
So the thing here that I'm trying to get at is anything that we do beyond this point has to start with the armor being in our possession. So if we're going to go this legal route, if we go that legal route, we should do that without it in our possession.
Yes.
But it's right there.
I could draft something tonight. We could still. It would be very like slap shot, but
Knocked. I feel like
But
I think
if we draft a lawsuit tonight to try and get the armor through these legal means and they don't work, then the armor is going to be much more paid attention to by the current possessor of the armor. We don't want to raise attention to it.
I had assumed you all were still going to steal it.
Oh,
I think
gonna
we
be
should go
entirely
retrieve it.
definitely gonna do that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that.
Then this individual would be in charge of paying out reparations for having lost somebody else's property.
I think they have to lose it first. So let's focus on getting
This is just a little crazy.
The options before us, right? We steal it and we leave, or we sue the guy, we steal it and we leave. The second option potentially comes with a lot more monetary gain.
We are broke,
Or
I would like to get the armor.
we just fail in court.
This all entirely depends on us not getting caught.
True.
If we get caught, we can't sue. So if we get the armor and we don't get caught, then yes, we can sue. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But let's figure out if we can get the armor without getting caught first.
Ty, what time is it?
It is going to be difficult to sue if the individual we're suing does not have the thing in his possession.
I thought you said we have to sue them for losing it.
He has to sue first
Before
because he
the
has it in
armor
his
goes missing.
possession. Then, because he doesn't have it, then he's responsible for it. But it was in his possession. If it disappears before he sued, there's no cause.
There's no basis.
Also,
Not necessarily.
For anybody that
Rhys,
actually studies
there-
law in our world, this is fucked. But
but
I'm like saying
no.
I feel like
I don't
this
think
whole
we
thing
have
is
to file the suit first. If we can simply prove, if there are enough witnesses that can state that an armor matching that description, or if we can find somebody better that will attest to this was the armor that Rhys was looking for. Rhys, presumably there is somebody that could do that, since somebody.
how
told
much
you where
money
this
do you
is.
have to bribe people?
Probably a lot more once we finish getting this armor.
More than
And
the guy that
sword.
has the armor?
And sword.
Because eyewitness accounts are not. But that being said, we don't have to do this. We could just steal the armor. That is an option. We could just
What would be the risk of countersuit? Because we have nothing. Should we lose in court?
they can't take what you don't have.
Well,
There's no.
They
I
could put
can't-
you in jail.
I kind of already do illegal things anyway, so debt isn't really a problem anyways. So it's more so for you guys.
Would
so
all
maybe-
of us need to be here for the suit process? Or if we
Ooh.
get the armor, could Noct, for instance, you and I stay behind and handle the lawsuit process while the rest of you possibly get away from here?
I would need Rhys.
Okay. Then the three of us could stay and handle that process. Ty, you, Priz, and Rig could get the armor outside of the jurisdiction of the city. Worst case, Noct can turn the two of us invisible and Rhys can fly.
Also, at what
Also,
point?
I could make us fly. That is a thing.
Right. Like, we can get out of this if the case doesn't go our way. But again, we have to get the armor first.
Yes.
You can try to get out. Let's put some reality.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's fair.
It is a big fucking piece of. How are we? Okay.
I mean, I can carry it.
Just gonna pick it up and
I have proficiency in heavy armor.
you just gonna put it on them, like walk out
Sure.
on the street.
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't even know. Is it heavy armor, Rhys? What kind of armor?
it is medium armor, I believe.
Oh, well, fuck. I can carry that shit all day.
Greg
Yeah.
could wear it.
See, Graham's the muscle. I believe
Yeah.
Noct is
I-
our lawyer.
I can carry 270 pounds. I can push, drag, or lift 540 pounds.
So In that case, we're
It is
going-
by a window. We could push it out of a window. It is armored.
Nope, we're not
That would
doing
be
that.
very loud.
We're not doing
That
that.
would be
It was a
very
thought.
loud.
No, it's a thought. Do you have
We
slow
will-
fall?
We will want. We're not pushing it out a window.
Okay.
We 100% will be when you're carrying the armor out. You will be invisible. 100.
Thank you.
100%.
I would very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
Will the armor be invisible? Will that
Yes, as
transfer
long
to
as
the
he's
armor?
carrying it.
As long as he's wearing it.
Okay, because if that just came walking down the stairs, that would probably be
As-
alarming.
As long as he's carrying it or wearing it. it
Well,
will
we
be
could
invisible.
pretend it's a ghost. Rig has ghosts in his racks.
Also, I have a bat.
Would be kind of good for it to be carried out by a ghost. That would be pretty solid.
It's got way more
Fuck it.
complicated.
Do we have time for Noct to file the lawsuit, and then we can just go get this armor?
I think we
Worst
should just
case,
go get the
If
armor.
we get caught,
I think
well,
we
no,
should-
we can file the lawsuit and then go get the armor. If we get caught, we got to leave town either way.
I
If we
don't.
get
I'm
caught,
just gonna
we
be
have the
honest.
lawsuit part
It
to
is.
fall back on.
It is after 9 o'clock at this point. I doubt that any place where you could file a lawsuit would be open. If it's a municipality, ooh, word. They probably close at 5.
Okay, let's
So
just go get the armor.
yeah,
Let's see what we could sue after we get the armor.
We must.
But
are not at all.
That is where we're heading.
Well, they close at 10, so how much time do we have left, Ty? What time is it?
It is
Says
9:17.
Why do you
Five.
do we need to be there before?
9:45.
15.
No,
It's
because
45
9:45.
minutes.
We have
because
45
we've
minutes.
Got to see when they're done cleaning and everything, which I can use the bat to do.
Okay. Does anybody need to do any last preparations?
Before we go in, assuming who all is going in?
I am, Graham is, and Ty.
Okay.
Well, I
Do
don't
any
now
of you-
need to go in because we know exactly where it is. My
Oh,
whole thing
true.
was
Any of
just
you
look
have
at
the
it.
ability to detect and see magical.
Oh, well,
No, I have dark vision.
All right.
All right,
Absorb.
I
Who-
nominate
who-
myself to go in.
Yeah.
Who
Ty
is
is
Team
the
Petty
lookout.
Larceny?
I'm Team Petty Larceny.
Noct, Grum, Rhys,
Rhys, Noct, and who?
Grum.
And then Ty's lookout. And then Preserve Rig is distraction.
If we need it.
All right. So Team
Oh.
Overwatch is Ty. And
I am very
Riz,
deceptive.
Riz and Rig are Team Slam-a-lama Ding Dong.
Okay, so how will this work? If I decide to, if I need to go all, up in flames, do we just send Riggs running back into the inn saying, "Ooh, look shiny, come see"? I mean, how are we going to manage that?
I think
She's on fire.
I was thinking
I don't know that he would say that.
maybe
I think
Riggs
he
can
very
put up a
likely would.
thing. Maybe put up a show. Maybe pretend that he set you on fire.
Rig, pretend.
Arson and
Rig.
attempted manslaughter is,
They're not
You know,
super
you could-
serious crimes.
No, we did say arson. Under the
But
serious-
But
Person
is-
is super serious.
I
But
got
does
really
arson-
distracted.
Fall under more of being more illegal if it's to a building or to a person.
Yes.
Because murder isn't that bad.
I'm not. I shouldn't die.
It's like
Multiple
compounding
charges.
interest. Yeah, that's multiple charges.
True. It
So
is
if I choose to just self-immolate,
Mhm.
I am
Is
very
that- is
close
that-
to just
is that
throwing
illegal?
my hammer through the building
I'm-
and walking.
I'm
into
not
it.
harming anything else. I'm just
fairly
choosing.
certain you could make a case against you for self-immolation.
Technically, assault is generally a crime against the state. This is out of character. Assault's generally a crime against the state. You can't consent to assault or battery. So
Against
yeah.
myself?
Yeah, but also it would be like a post-mortem thing if you died from self-immolation. So, but yes, if you injure yourself, for instance, suicide is still illegal in lots of states because technically
Wow.
that is an assault against the citizen of the state.
I'm fairly certain I could
Interesting.
make a
Not
case
go to
against you.
jail.
Wow.
But
Gonna be great.
But yeah, that would be a great distraction.
Yeah, me going to jail. Yeah, great
Well,
plan.
only if I decide to suck at my one job.
I mean,
If you
I
decide
just want the
to,
armor.
jail's not that bad.
Can we just get the armor?
Okay, so we
We're
move on.
That's literally what we're working on right now.
So I mean, I just need to be within 100 feet of the building, and I can use the bat's echolocation to essentially see that it's actually cleared out.
Okay. And then we'll have knocked detect magic maybe on some windows, doors.
Yeah.
Make
See
sure
if there's
they're-
any arcane locks or anything.
Do you want to be invisible going in, or do you want to detect magic going in? I'm relatively stealthy without invisibility because I can always cast it once we have the armor.
How long does it last?
What, detect magic or invisibility?
Both.
An hour for invisibility, and I think detect magic is also an hour.
I think
Yeah.
detect magic's 10 minutes, isn't it?
It is 10 minutes.
And they're both concentration.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that's why I can't have
Do
both
you-
active.
I think detect magic going in.
Yeah, and
Because
then
Well,
need
yeah,
to
I would
know
say
where
detect
things
magic
are.
going in because we need to see if there's like arcane locks or anything for sure.
And then invisibility
Wards.
going out.
It's kind of what I was thinking.
And then
Yeah.
I know there's only really 3 ways to get in: window, back door, front door. Are we okay with going through the kitchen through the back and then making our way forward? Or are we going straight for the thing and then making our way down? Not through a window, but through the stairs in the building itself. I guess either or. I say the kitchen.
Works for me. If
Cool.
you'd
Yeah,
like
I
me
would-
to walk around and see which one.
Yeah, I would contend the kitchen, but yeah, let's knock. If you walk around, I'm not gonna move the bat until knocked. You've kind of done some passes and seen if there's any. I just want him completely stationary, but he does have advantage on any perception checks that involve hearing. So essentially, I'm just gonna try to listen quasi echolocation to see if there's any movement in the building anymore. But
Cool.
until you tell me that there's not like any magic that's going to detect him moving, I don't want to move him.
Are we at the restaurant now? Are we like across the street? What are we doing?
Yeah. we're
You are
kinda
in the
staking it out.
weed. You are in the weeds, staking it out, making this plan at this point.
okay. Ty, I would like you to hold on to the
I'm gonna
Riggs-
start my ritual.
Riggs incapacitator just in case we need it.
Sure.
'Cause if I'm up in flames, then I can't use it.
Understood.
Okay.
I mean, it
Affirmative.
could be dual purpose. It's a spray bottle.
All right, Ty, where are you going to hide?
That too. Yeah.
So I need to be a general lookout to the at least the front of the building. So I
Yeah.
would probably be somewhere stealthed-ish behind, like away, so that I can see the front of the building.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Guidance. Boy. Actually, I need. There you are. Ooh. $26.
Nice.
Okay. You are somewhat fairly confident that you are probably hidden and or stealthy. All right, we'll get back to you in a
Cool.
minute. Team larceny. Have your distractions set up by the fountain out front. They are currently inactive at this point.
All right. I'm gonna now once detect magic goes off, I'm gonna go make a round around the building sneakily.
Uh-huh. Sneak for me.
Oh no! Don't you dare! Don't do it. Don't.
I'm waiting.
How about a 10?
Okay. Continue.
I have a +7, in case anybody was fucking wondering.
Continue.
So yeah, I'm just gonna make a lap around and see if my magic, detect magic, hits on anything.
When you go in front of the building, the 2 windows in front of the stuff, strong protection style magic there.
Okay. Anything on the door?
Front door, nothing. The back door, strapped of some kind. There's enchantment magic there.
Okay. Instead of walking straight back to everybody, I'm gonna like detour around like a house or something on the opposite side of the street and work my way back.
Okay.
All right. So the 2 windows definitely magically trapped, and the back door definitely magically trapped.
So it sounds like front door it is, unless do you have a way you can disarm and or get around those?
Yes, I have a very limited number of that.
Do we want to spend it, or should we save it for something maybe more intense?
Well, you definitely want it for the armor or the whatever's at those windows.
Yeah.
DM question. Not having detect magic, is there anything I could do, like, trying to think, would there be any benefit to, like, essentially moving my senses into the bat and, like, trying to do an Arcana check closer to the door?
Like from the outside?
No, from the inside. The bat's inside the building.
He left the bat by the armor.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check for the bat, first of all.
Okay.
You're gonna
I
move
feel like
it.
he gets advantage, but I don't remember.
I don't remember.
He had keen senses. I don't know if he had stealth.
Yeah, no, just keen. All right, so what does the that's dex. It's got a
Dex.
+2 to dex. 15 on the die, so 17. Right?
Okay. All right. I will allow an Arcana check since you're an Arcana user, but the DC is going to be pretty high.
Okay. Is that using my proficiency? Yeah, because it's my senses in the bat at that point.
Sure. Considering the DC, sure.
Fuck me. 9.
Definitely fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you as much as you try to implore the bat to give you the information that you need, just can't ascertain the right combination of things to figure out how to unfuck this situation.
Can I do a perception check just generally on the inside of the building to verify nothing's going on in there? I don't hear anything.
Certainly. Give me a perception check.
It's a nat 1 and a 5, so that's great.
It's all
11.
clear.
It's gonna be
All
11.
clear. All
Do you
clear.
relay that to everybody?
Not very confidently. Like, guys, I don't know. I mean, the bat's pretty young. I was a little distracted making him, but I just, I don't know. I think it's quiet inside.
So, what do we want to do?
Well, the back's trapped, and the front.
We could get through the back. It is an option. I can get through things twice.
But does that get in the way of you being able to do anything else?
I can't make multiple people invisible, and I can't make anybody else fly.
Did we check? There were no like roof entries here.
Choices.
Anything? Tony,
I'm sorry.
were there any chimneys or anything?
I mean, probably a chimney or two.
I can do a quick fly up real quick.
Certainly.
I would like to do that then.
Roll a stealth check, please. I'm assuming you're trying to do this without being seen.
Yes. Let me just pull up my skills real quick. Natural 20 plus 10 is 30.
Off into the night you go, sailing along.
Do I see any rooftop entrances and or
No rooftop
chimneys?
entrances, 2 chimneys, one on the front, one on the back.
Okay.
I didn't get a ping from where those were, right? If they were within like 30, 20 feet.
No ping.
30. Cool.
Yeah, and then I'd come back down and let them know. 2 chimneys, one in the front, one in the back. You said no hatches on the top or entrances?
Nope.
Could you fit through a chimney?
That's a good question. Could I fit through a chimney?
What size are you?
Medium.
Ooh.
It might be a tight squeeze. I could potentially.
I will say you could most certainly try.
The risk outweigh the reward, because then I'd be stuck and dying.
Fair enough. So,
We're
what do
going
we
to
want
the
to do?
Front door.
Rhys, if you want this armor, unless you want to walk away, our option seems to be the front door.
So that my only concern with the front door is it is out in the middle of the street.
Do I have to roll stealth, or am I still using the same stealth? I know I started talking.
Keep it.
I can go to the front.
Yeah. Kobold's not a bad idea here.
So where are you trying to enter, Rhys?
Could Rick
The
dig a hole under the building?
no, because then he'd have to get through the foundation and the floor.
Oh.
It would also take a while.
It'd take a long time.
That's great.
You didn't want to file a lawsuit because it would have taken.
I wanted to file a lawsuit.
I'm gonna go to the front door. Kind of pulling out my thieves' tools.
Okay.
I'm gonna check if the doorknob is locked or unlocked. I know it's kind of stupid, but just to make sure.
It's most definitely locked.
Okay, so I'm going to try to lockpick it with thieves' tools.
All right. Roll your tool check.
Ooh. It's just proficiency, right? Unless I'm
There should be a thing for it.
I can't find it. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thieves' tool. Thieves'
Yeah,
tool is,
finesse. So
I believe. Hold on. It's been a minute. Oh gosh. You can, unless you add your proficiency bonus
As long as you're
to the
proficient
farm traps.
with
as long as
these.
you're
Yeah.
proficient.
I
Yeah.
am proficient. I have expertise in it, so it's double my proficiency, right?
All right. That is
+6. Okay. Oh, I need a new pair of Nikes. 17.
It takes you a minute, but you finally slide your thin left hook tool into the right spot to push the tumblers just out of the way, and you feel it click, and the door creeps open.
And let's see. Okay. Is it I'm gonna kind of push it just a little bit to kind of just make enough room so I can maybe see at least a little bit of an angle, kind of get a little bit of a scan. Do I see
Go ahead
anything?
and roll me a perception check, please.
Perception is. I need to switch pages. 19.
19. Okay.
Yes.
As you look around the inside here,
Mm-hmm.
it's dark. There's a little bit of light coming in from the side window. You see various like prep tables and things where the staff carries things out. You see a old saloon door where the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen
Mm-hmm.
is, or you would presume to be the kitchen. You look to the left of that, there is another small hallway and a door kind of right inside the hallway there. No, you don't see anything else in there as it kind of disappears out of your vision.
Okay. And then at that point, I gesture for the larceny group to come forward. I'd say coast looks clear.
And we go.
And we go. Enter in.
Do you want Graham and I to roll stealth? Since we're
Yes,
moving
please.
across the street.
Would love that.
I believe
like
in
the
you.
tone that you said that with.
Ooh, much better. 21.
Yes.
All right.
11.
So we got an 11, and what was yours, knocked?
21.
And Rhys had a 30.
Yes.
So I think we're doing all right at this point.
Stealthy.
So you
All right.
believe that you have stealth inside of here without too much of an issue. You are standing wherever Rhys is positioned.
Okay.
And was it like kind of like an open foyer, or was it like you literally came to a room before going into the rest of the restaurant?
You walk into the front door into a room, like a prep room.
Okay.
Let's call it 12 by 12.
All right.
With a saloon door into a kitchen, and then on the left side of that is a door into a very short hallway. It's more of like you just walk through a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Door on the other side of that.
Okay.
Did you guys
Can
find Did you guys find stairs when you were here before
Hmm.
to go
I don't think we did.
up?
Can I ask a possibly meta question that I hope isn't a meta question?
Okay.
Can we would it be possible for like Rig and Priz and Ty to either roll or be rolling perception, or like monitor their passive perception to see like if activity is generating at some point in time?
Sure. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Ty, you can use yours if you'd like.
Will do. So 26.
Okay. You saw what you saw.
Okay.
That's a statement.
I don't like that statement.
It's a statement. Well, not you and Rhys can fly, and I've got a bat, so
I would rather not.
I know.
What? Oh, I was gonna say we could, if we made two other people fly, I could pass it down to one person, and that person could pass it down to another, or we can have Graham just carry it all the way down. You'd be able to
push it.
So the problem with that is I need to get up there, cast a spell, right, and then do a thing. I would
Do we know that
prefer
there
to
are
be able to
arcane locks?
see.
Do we know that there are arcane locks on the armor?
Hey, Tony, what type of magic do I see up there
In the doorway or where at? I'm sorry.
above
The
me?
armor. the armor cases and the sword case.
Oh, you see that strong, like protection style magic,
Okay.
and then you get a you're catching the aura of another school of magic, but you're not quite sure which one it is. There's something separate from them in that space.
There's a whole lot of shit going on up there.
Can I ask?
What
is
if
it
just you can get up there and push it down and I can catch it?
that's a
I still-
lot of noise.
I still have to get up there without flying, preferably.
Well, I can carry you up there flying.
Okay.
Um,
I would like to not throw the armor down.
Me too.
That's
Now
fair.
that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that's good enough. I should be able to carry you up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry knocked up.
I will make sure we avoid tripping any bullshit.
So were there stairs? Sorry,
They haven't opened the door yet. I have no idea.
I asked them if they found stairs last time they were here, and they went no.
No, we didn't. We could also go
Or
to
open the door. So
open the door.
I mean, you touched the door.
I don't like how you asked that.
It's a perfectly logical question.
Yeah, I touched the door.
It opens.
There wasn't any magic on it, so unless
Oh,
there's
okay.
like-
Well, what do I see? I open the door halfway.
You see what appears to be some sort of wood steps in front of you, immediately on the other side of the door. Leading.
Okay. Let's go up the stairs. I'm gonna say knock. Would you be able to take point and is detect magic still going?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're our eyes right now. If that's
Yes.
okay with you.
for magical purposes.
For magical purposes.
Assuming there aren't any material issues, we'll be okay.
And legality issues too.
Well,
We go up the stairs.
All right, you go up the stairs. You come to a landing, and there's another door.
Is it magical? Or is it a door?
is there magic on the door?
There is no magic on the door.
There's no magic on the door.
I don't know why I don't feel comfortable just opening random doors.
The door.
Open the door. Let's open the
you
door.
can always check
the
the
door.
door for traps.
That's true. Yeah, I would like to do that. Can I use the perception to check if there's physical traps?
Sure. Great idea.
Oh no. I don't think I'm gonna see anything. 14?
Yeah, you're pretty confident you're good to go.
Okay. I open the door.
You open the door and knocked. On the floor in front of you is a glaring bit of magic.
Well, there's
It burns my eyes.
there's magic right there, like directly in front of us. What is it? Type of magic is it?
It's a gonna go boom type of magic.
Ah, evocation, which means fire or something.
So if I
Yes.
step forward, it'll go off.
Yes.
Okay. So do you mind dispelling it, or is
We
there
got-
any?
Two things we can dispel. One of them needs to be used on the armor, and I am going to assume if you would like the sword as well, I need.
Wait, is it on the floor or is it like a wall? If that's a silly question, I'm very sorry.
No, you're asking like what would trigger it if we
Yeah.
were to jump
If I
over it or whatever.
Yeah,
But
because if
I-
I could hover.
Could I trigger it and use absorb elements?
You
Is
could, but it
somewhere
would make
I
a
could
lot of
access?
It'd make a lot of noise.
right. It's no longer a stealth mission if we trigger this. And this is the only way forward from here, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh fuck!
this is it.
Do we want to go talk to the others?
We could always throw Graham across.
You could also we could go back down and you could fly me
Fly
up.
him up. Yeah. Oh,
Do we-
just
Do
do
we
that.
want to talk to the others or just be loud? I can
Uh,
just stand here. I
oh,
don't
I
need that.
definitely do not want to be loud.
I think we could just go back downstairs and then fly back up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's try a different approach before we nuke a goddamn building.
cool.
But I think we should still nuke the building by triggering it some other way.
Maybe just drop a plank on it or something, you know?
Yeah.
So what are you
Free
doing?
Roadrunner.
Okay. So we're gonna go back downstairs. On our way down, is there any change in environment? Is there new sounds? Anything different? Yeah, I will roll a perception check if need be.
Do it.
This dice. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's 25.
Okay. You don't sense any difference in the room.
All right. Carry on. I fly knock to the top. As soon as we get back to where we were.
Up we go.
Here
I'm
we go.
well.
We go up. We what do we see?
I-
We just see the two stands.
I'm going to make my way over to Prison Rig while they are inside the building.
Okay, what are you doing?
Guys, there was something that followed Rhys into the building when he walked in the first time. I have no way to communicate this to them. So I think we either need you all to make a distraction right now so that I can get into the building, or we need to collect together because something followed him, a disturbance.
What kind of disturbance?
Hard to say. It slipped in the door behind him.
Like big or like shadow? Like
Person-
Ty, think of it as a hot summer day and you see the heat waves across the field.
Yeah. So just something kind of not really, I mean, kind of big. I would say if we're using those kind of terms, but just yeah.
Were you
I don't know
able?
what it was.
You weren't able to
Go ahead.
pick up anything off of it.
Like a-
No, I
blur?
possibly. I only know that it was after he walked in. So I have no way to tell them, and
Riggs and I have been chatting, and apparently he's got some like major climbing abilities. Not to mention he can carry a whole lot of weight. I'm almost wondering if we should let his tiny little ass climb the building.
I don't.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine with the distraction part, but I mean, I think we've underused him.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Riggs, do you think that you could warn them at the same time?
Ooh, Rig go real fast, and yeah, Rig fast, Rig strong.
Sure. Because you guys are now, you're still inside, right?
No, we're
No,
outside.
no, I'm talking about Noct and Rhys.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
fire balls
They're
deep.
still inside.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Rick is
so,
not quiet though.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think quiet at this point. I think it's going to no longer matter if there's something that snuck in behind them.
Fair. But we should at least try to be quiet. If you I think we should get in. Someone should go in and warn them. And if I can do it. I'm pretty stealthy, but I can do it. If we're trying to be stealthy, but I think a distraction may be needed in like a minute or so. Okay.
None.
Hmm?
What do you do?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I will stealth to the building.
Okay. So
Roll stealth check.
self-immolate shortly.
What? What are we doing?
Oh, thank God. I'm loving this die so much right now. You have no idea. I'm worried. But that was a 23. That is my third 19 on this die.
Dang.
Pretty great. Damn.
You feel somewhat confident that you can make it to the building quietly.
Yeah. God. Please keep your magic.
Lyra.
So I will make my way to the building and see can I see what's going on.
You make your way up to the doorway. You peer
Yeah.
inside. You see this like brief exchange between the three of them about what the hell it is that they're going to do. You don't know the context of the conversation because you weren't, there for any of it, right?
Right.
As Rhys was the idea that you were going to pick somebody up and carry them upstairs and fly them across.
Oh, fly them
What
up.
were you going to do?
So the idea was to hold on to Noct and then fly them up to where the viewing is, where the sword and armor are.
Okay, perfect.
Lyra,
So,
how big fire make?
Tayo or Ty,
Mm-hmm.
when you're coming up to the door as they're coming outside to act this plan, and as they start to lift off the ground, you've got but a moment to say whatever you're going to say because they're about to cross.
Okay.
The top.
I think you've been made. A disturbance followed Rhys into the building. I will say that.
As you guys pull above the roof line, as you're kind of like, why is he fucking talking out loud here in the middle of the square? Like,
Wait, we had to go
your stealth.
To be clear, we had to go outside for this. I thought there was like an interior viewing.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Okay, the viewing space is inside of a room. Viewable from the outside of the building over top of the fucking street so that people who walk by or come to the restaurant see that this shit is on display. This guy's way of letting everybody in the area know that he has the expensive shit. Does that make better sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought it was
I will give you a moment to rethink your plan because that's not the way you.
I think Ty would probably come in to us talking at the thing instead then about what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would have said it quiet-ish, but I would have at least loud enough for him to hear.
Intense whisper.
All of you make a perception check right now.
Oh shit.
Including us in the street.
No, sorry, everybody in the house.
All right.
25.
24.
I got a 10.
Natural 20 for 27.
Okay, 3 of the 4 of you hear something touch down on the floor upstairs with a creak. It's not loud. It's not loud at all. It is very subtle. And then you hear the floorboards just the tiniest creaks. What do you do?
I send the bat.
There's something upstairs.
I'm going to send the bat towards essentially whatever path it takes for me to get within 60
As the
feet.
bat comes down out of the eaves, and it pings the echo. I don't know how the fuck the bat sounds. Sonar. Grom, you get an image in your mind immediately. There is a very thick, round-jawed, shell-backed individual standing in front of the armor right now with its hand reached forward. It pings one more time. Echo, echo, echo.
And
has it in its hands, and you guys hear this loud crash sound, this smash, glass shattering. Prazira, you and Rig look up to see the armor come flying out of the window, and then it just goes invisible.
Uh-oh.
That is where we are going to end the session.
Years of Academy for nothing.
Noct got his license to be a lawyer for all
Now
of
we
this.
really got to sue this guy.
So
Well,
thank
yeah,
you
that-
guys
that's
very
pretty-
much. Thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. If you're watching us live tonight, thank you so much for stopping in. If you're watching the VOD, thank you so much for sticking with us for this long. To my wonderful cast, you guys did an amazing job tonight. Thank you so much. And we're going to pick up next time right here with what the fuck just happened during our heist. We're going to go around real quick and say our goodbyes, and then we are going to get out of here. In reverse order. Dakota, you are first, please.
Hey, I have been Dakota Orshiro. I play Noct, a elf wizard thing. Yeah, it was fun. Looking forward to next session.
Okay. Damon?
Hello, I'm Damon, our DMA gamer on most places. You can find me there. I play Ty, the Wood Elf Light Domain Cleric here. I'm also in other games on the Vibe Tribe. Check us out.
Very good. Amador.
Hi, I'm Amador. I'm the guy who just got dead. Damn it. I play the rogue Rhys foot. You can check me out on other games here on the Vibe Tribe. Hopefully they don't get things stolen from them too. It sucks being on the other side.
Buddy. Thirster Horror or Jess?
Yeah, hi, I'm Jess. I play Prazira. I'm Thrift Store Horror, 22 most places online. My online theater troupe is about to do Southern Fried Macbeth, so I will definitely be advertising that, and you should come check it out.
Excellent. Bull.
hi, I'm Bull, Grumgarn, Mountain Dwarf, Eldritch Knight, big ol' hammer. That's my deal.
Bat extraordinaire.
Apparently I got a bat now.
And Brave.
Hi, Brave playing Rig, and one day Rig will learn how to tell his team what he does, and learn how to ask his axe what he can do, and we'll figure out how to actually play a character who functions the way he needs to.
I love it so much,
Sorry,
dude.
Rig.
Oh, you poor, poor thing. And I am DM Dragons. You can find us every other week on Tuesday nights here on D&D Vibe Tribe. This has been the Golden Feathers of Tang episode 6. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you all have a fantastic evening. See ya.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.